to begin my journey into my new Monty system, a system I invented to help me complete my backlog, play my favorite games from memory, and keep up with the latest games of the year. I was fortunate enough to come across Blue Prince as my first game pick for this list. If you're more curious about my 3-game Monty system and how I got to this point of playing Blue Prince, you can check out this video here. Hi, I'm Melee Island Meathook. Before I get to telling you about how I felt about Blue Prince, let me first tell you about my state of mind at the time. You see, life, for me, as with a lot of people, has been very busy, and as I get older, I feel like I have less and less time to spend on the things I love, which has made me appreciate these things and respect them more than I ever did before. When I think back on my time playing games until the crack of dawn in my bedroom, I think about those things with a smile, knowing that I made it to this point in my life and I also got to enjoy those experiences. I'm a dad now. I'm a husband. I own a dog that can be a handful, and I'm a full-time employee at a 9-to-5 job that I try not to think about when I go home. These are not excuses, they're just facts. I've been learning to deal with these things that require my attention first, and then find my way back to the things that made me who I am. All of this is to say that I've gone about 4 months without playing a real video game, unless you count Wordle or Sudoku. The crazy thing is, I've gone stints before without playing video games, but I always was aware of these stints, whether it be a conscious decision during exam times, or being something I was doing so I could focus on my personal life. I would have set a date and said, okay, no games until this day. This time was different. This time, I didn't even realize I hadn't actually played a video game until the moment Blue Prince started up.
Hello, here we go. This is going to be my first time starting at Blue Prince. Blue Prince.
Yeah, Blue Prince, fittingly enough, was a feeling of opening a doorway to something new and familiar at the same time.
Oh, doggy. Holy moly.
I can't explain this feeling very well, as it feels somehow quite personal. I can show you this moment all I want, but that doesn't really explain how I felt. All I can say is that I'm so glad that at this moment in my life, this was the game to help me get back into games. Blue Prince is a warm hug from your parents. Before I talk too much about this game, I want to address the obvious about it. Blue Prince is a large game. There's an extreme amount of content and detail available in it, and I can only help but feel that I scratched the surface. I know this both from a gameplay perspective, from literal doors that I have not opened yet, and from a personal perspective, where I can't fully explain the story to you as I'm not 100% sure of the events. I have a vague idea of what is happening, but it's fragmented, as I haven't put all the pieces together yet. All that to say that, yes, I did beat this game, and yes, I did watch the credits roll, which to me was enough of a way to mark this game off as complete and continue on in my Monty adventure. Before any of you tell me that I didn't officially beat the game, I will say a few things on this. Let me rant for a minute here. First off, I think this goes without saying, but I did not have any idea about how this game worked, so the learning curve for me was interesting. I do not play roguelikes often, as I don't really enjoy the gameplay loop often, and I was not aware of the roguelike nature to this game. I thought it was like The Witness.
Select a room to draft. A bedroom. Whenever you enter this room, gain 2 steps. Whoa. Whoa, I wasn't expecting that. So I'm choosing as I go. What the heck? Hallway. Closet, get 2 items. Whoa. What? Oh, is this game more like a roguelite? Weird.
And so, I can't tell if this game took me a long time to beat, or if I completed tasks at a normal rate. I completed the main storyline on day 48, and I know there were some wasted days there in between. When it came to those credits, it certainly felt like the end of a long adventure for me. with the opening of a new game plus available to me should I choose it. Secondly, I'm not going to stop playing this game just because the Monty is complete. Due to the nature of how this game works, I intend to come back to it again and again, as I surprisingly found the roguelike nature of the gameplay loop very satisfying. Thirdly, and probably most importantly, completionism is not something that I think most people truly agree on. I beat Hollow Knight countless times, but have I beat it the same way that you beat it? Probably not. Did I do the Pantheons, Arenas, White Palace routes? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It depends how I felt at the time. Still, in my eyes, every time the credits rolled, that counted as officially beating the game. So with that in mind, I do believe that I beat Blue Prince, and that I also have much, much, much more to see in this game. As you can probably tell already, I really enjoyed my experience with this game. From the moment that the game starts up, and the score from Trig and Gusset, I think that's how you pronounce it, starts, the game captured me. I'm a sucker for soundtracks in video games, and I firmly believe that they can turn a bad game good. Blue Prince's score just got me excited. I felt hope. I felt intrigue. I felt adventure. I was like a kid again, and I was just learning about something that I knew was going to become my latest obsession. The music helped me get into that headspace every time I turned the game on. Is it just me? Or did any of you guys feel a sense of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Not that the music hit the same notes, but there was a couple times where I heard that little nya nya na, and I was like, oh my god, my brain just wanted to finish that question, you know? Which is funny, because the themes of this game were about inheriting something. So I thought, there might be something there. Speaking of feeling like a child, how appropriate that we roleplay as a child in this game. I felt such a connection to this main character as I pulled out my notepad and jotted down everything I thought could be important. I haven't grabbed a notepad out for a game in forever. I think the last game I did that was like Her Story. Regardless, I can't tell you how thrilling this felt when I wrote things down. At first, I felt sort of dumb, thinking maybe I was just overanalyzing all this. To my delight, I realized quickly that I was not writing down enough. I don't want to spoil moments in this game, but as I talk about these things going forward, I do think it will spoil things for people. So please, please, I urge you to play this game first before seeing some of the things that I mention here. Even so, even if you know a door opens, the thrill comes from the mechanism in which opening that door entails. I personally found so much joy when I discovered some of the more basic puzzle answers, until I realized slowly that I was a part of a much grander puzzle altogether. So many things in this game told me that I need to pay attention, and yet I found myself thinking, that probably means something, but not this run, next time. Let me list a few theories I had. I'm not going to say that these were correct or not, but I find it fun to see my headspace during, I think this was around my 15th run or so. So let me just read these off. Chess pieces in most rooms. Is a game of chess being played every time I draft rooms? Am I playing chess against an opponent? Pictures in rooms clearly are meaning something, but I don't understand. Are red pictures and red tacks a false picture? Are gold frames a picture to sell to someone? A red prince is the antagonist to the blue prince. Brothers, maybe? In love with Mary and Marigold? Secret that went to one of their graves? Door with a moon symbol. Looks like a fish's eye. Is the fish in the aquarium the answer? Is the 46th room under the mansion? Is it actually the main entrance? I think it's safe to say I had a ton of weird ideas, but not as many answers. Crazy enough, a lot of these got answered for me, and I really wasn't expecting that. Again, without knowing all the main story, as I currently have not found all the red letters, or even all the main documents that tell me what's going on, I still am missing some things about the world building and some of the characters. Some rooms became very intriguing to me. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking the classrooms were really cool in the sense of world building, and the library I also really enjoyed, because you can pull out books and learn more about the universe. When I picked up the architect's book and I looked at that concept of chaining rooms together, or the if this, then that nature of the gameplay to this game, I found that extremely compelling. I'm by no means a great programmer, but I have created many a small little project in my time. And watching this same sort of functionality play out in the creation of these rooms was exhilarating. I had an incredible amount of fun just drafting a new room I had never drafted before, just to see what that might do to the overall board. I think most of all, though, my favorite room became the green room. Something about just going into a nice outside environment just made me feel good, especially with that score. This was no more present than when I first opened the garage door. While I got frustrated at some rooms that required another room to be close, or next to it in order to function properly, I'll say that when that does line up, that felt so powerful. In fact, to talk about a feeling that I have not felt in a long time, there's an effect I get with this game that is the just one more go effect. Some games give this to me, but it's honestly pretty rare. When I get it, it feels amazing. It also keeps you up later than you should, which is probably why my entire time of filming, recording all of this, including this recording here, I'm getting over a cold. So my voice is still recovering. Every time the screen came up to tell me my stats, I just wanted to click on the continue button. I got so excited to see what this next run might show me that I haven't seen yet. I'm not going to talk about what is in Room 46, or how to get there. I'll do my best to show as little as I can about what is the way. What I do want to say is that these final moments when I knew I had the ability to go to the antechamber, and that I was able to get into Room 46, I felt many things. I felt excited, I felt giddy, I felt nervous, and slightly hesitant. For that, I want to sincerely thank the development team behind Blueprints. I do not know them, or anything about them. I'm refraining from searching this game up, as I do not want anything spoiled for me. Yes, even now, after beating it, I still don't want to be spoiled. The feeling I got near the end of this game reminded me of the feeling I got near the end of Portal, where I really didn't know what was going to happen next, and I just wanted to get to the end of that story to see what it was all about. I'm going to show you a funny moment that happened to me, and I'll give you a warning right now. This is kind of a spoiler to some extent. This happened to me in a room called the Foundation, and it was when I had finally passed a very specific milestone. I was making my way through a new area, through a new door, and I was certain I was so close to the end of the game. I wasn't, but that's okay. Anyway, in my excitement, that's when this happened to me.
What's happening? What's happening?
My mouse started doing this super strange thing. I thought it was a bug in the game. I could only move my mouse diagonally. I didn't want to close the game though, because I was so worried that I would lose progress somehow, and I did not want to attempt this run again for fear of it taking many more attempts. I alt-tabbed out of my game, I tried to see what was happening, and realized that my computer's mouse was doing this behavior even in my basic Windows desktop. I thought it could be software related, so I closed down a bunch of software. I thought it could be hardware related, so I unplugged a bunch of things, including my mouse, and unfortunately including my webcam. The culprit, in the end, was Steam. I still don't know why, but when I closed Steam and then alt-tab back to Blueprints, it was fixed. I'd lost my webcam though, but my run was still good. I'll leave it at that though, because I really don't want to spoil this later game stuff in the video. I want everyone to jump into this game as blind as they can, as that's what I did, and I loved it. What I will talk about though, is that this team took a lot of care in what they were making. Someone's vision came true, and we all get to experience it together. It seems like it was a small team, and to that I'm extremely grateful, proud, and happy for them all. I noticed that Dan Mullins was thanked personally in the credits. I have a story about Dan to tell one day. I'll save that for one of his games though. That final cutscene before the credits felt rewarding, and I feel satisfied. What more can I ask for? Amazing game, amazing team, and an amazing time. If you like puzzles, get it. If you enjoy story, then get it. If you want to just try something new, get it. I'll give this game a high honor. I don't rate anything 100% or a 10 out of 10, as nothing in life is perfect. But this game, it certainly gets the important things right. I rate this game 9 blue crowns out of 10. And with that, it'll go into my official list of the best games that I know. I haven't made that ranking video yet, and once I do, I'll place Blueprints there. We'll see how it holds up against my current list. Thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm still coming into my own with this new channel and idea. I don't exactly know what kind of videos I'm making yet. This is just one of my videos. So thanks for being here, and I hope to show you some more cool stuff soon. Have a good day and keep staying true to yourself.